Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains. Another day in the shop with Howard Zane. Every day in the shop with Howard Zane's a great day. And I'm working on some platforms for a customer to go with an O Scale passenger station that he just purchased. And Howard has been working incredibly hard on this beautiful HO Victorian Gothic house. Let's let Howard talk about it. So let me flip the camera around and show you this incredible model. Howard, how you doing today?
Holy heaping humps of hippopotamus crap. I'm fine. What could be better than sitting in your shop and building structures?
And this is a nice size HO Appalachian Gothic Victorian. Tell us about these.
Well, it evolved sort of like a reverse evolution of my Appalachian Gothic style, which is based on Victorian, how it would have been built in the Appalachian Mountains, which is basically a shortcut. So I'm tired of playing second fiddle to Appalachian Gothic, so we're going to do the real thing, which is Victorian.
Wow.
And this is an example. Now, it started as a sketch. In my spare time, I love to do sketches. This was the first sketch of this. Now, I built this from this, but you can see I made quite a few changes.
Right.
And this is the next project.
Wow.
Now, we talked about doing a whole series of Victorians. There's many, many more, but you've already shown those.
Yes, and
there will be 12 altogether.
And these don't exist, but you sure could find something that could exist.
Hang on.
And let's pause it and get rid of this sales call. One day we had like no calls, and then the other day we had like what, 12 or 13 calls.
Something like that.
These bloodsuckers are trying to sell Medicare gap insurance. And they know who you are and anybody over 65. And we're selling Part C insurance. I'm like, we're not interested. Click.
Well, I got another. Grandpa, I need help. I told that kid, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I burned him a new asshole.
Yeah.
And then another one, the guy says, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You don't want to do that. Just tell them to get lost.
Yeah, because
don't ever say yes.
You say yes, they've got it
They'll
recorded.
send you a product you don't want.
Yep. But let's get back to hope the phone won't ring again.
More of the positive stuff.
And we keep it real on the channel. We don't edit it out, and it's part of the fun of watching. So, yeah, this building, from that sketch to this, is just...
Here's a sketch here.
Yeah, just beautiful. They're from your imagination, but in your travels, you could see something that it's very believable. Something that might look like.
The best camera a person can have is your mind, because as you travel, just be aware of your surroundings. Like you travel through Ellicott City, so that beautiful Victorian house.
Yes.
Okay, you remember that?
Yes.
When I was in North Carolina, and I went to that church with this gal I met.
Oh yeah.
And that's the Church of the Snake.
Yes.
Now I had such a vivid memory of that church that I built the thing, and I assure you that if you took a photograph of my building and matched it up with the actual church, it's almost identical.
That's the O scale one I built.
O scale,
I love it.
And also the HO one is downstairs.
Yes, and we can build you one, folks, if you want one. You can check that episode out on my channel. Go ahead and rotate this.
This over here again came from this sketch. I made some changes, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fun of it. Damn.
And folks, this is not these aren't plastic 3D things. This is nothing against all 3D, but this is all scratch built. Nothing's laser cut other than the little parts perhaps. But all the windows, all the door openings, all the walls are done completely from scratch. Tremendous amount of work in something like this.
The challenge is to any dig-a-link sketch like this, and maybe not different, that'd be a little different, but that's not that difficult. The real challenge and the art is to take that and make it into a three-dimensional.
Right.
Which this is here. That's total enjoyment.
That's the art. And this takes up a space of a 15 by 7 inches.
That's correct.
HO.
Now this could be lit also. Not a problem.
And
the bottom is the bottom is a chipboard. You can easily cut right through it.
Oh yeah, and it's super braced.
Oh yeah, everything's super braced.
So it could be lit.
Now this thing, a lot of people ask why I do cupolas. Now there's two reasons. One, because of the architectural reasons, which are ventilation and also identification. But also it's a handle.
Right.
I don't recommend doing that. No, actually, any model I build, you can pick up by the cupola.
Right.
It's totally attached.
And this can be put on a scenic diorama that'd be slightly sloped for an additional $400.
Well, you see where the stairs come over here.
Yep.
This would have to be sloped down.
Right.
That's not a problem.
So something like this would run you $2,000 for the model you see here that you would drop in your HO scale layout, or for those folks that would want it on a diorama that's scenic and sloped, that would run you $2,400.
Well, $23.99.
Yeah, and there's something like this we would prefer you come pick it up because, boy, we do ship some things, but this thing, once it gets on a diorama, is going to have some weight to it. These dioramas have some weight and size.
Well, this thing here weighs about 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Right now.
And it's really scary when stuff is shipped because it's art and we hate to see it get damaged.
Well, there'll be people on here who are going to put benches in the front with people sitting down. And up here, there's several. There's a balcony up here.
Oh yeah.
One in the rear.
Oh yeah, there's your door for it. Yeah, you got a little.
Now these balustrade, not balustrade, but these railings here are really decorative. It's not really a balcony.
Yes. Wow. And every one of these is different, folks.
Yeah,
no two are the same.
This would be the mudroom. And of course, this is decorative up here.
Oh, wow. I love the green and the brown and the white. I just like the color.
Well, this house called for a dark color. If I did it in white or a light shade, it just wouldn't have the look to it.
Right. But others you're going to do are going to be light shade.
All different colors.
Yeah. Well, Howard, I appreciate you showing us this, and there's going to be a lot more of these models.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't know. You could get these. The only company I know that did Victorian, and I wasn't homes like this. I did townhomes. That was SS Limited.
Right.
And they were nice.
Right. They did a little Dorothy's house.
Yeah.
And they did
yeah, that was small. It was good.
Yeah, it was small. And then they did some row houses, San Francisco, Chicago, New York.
That's correct.
But, this is a scratch built from wood and, not a 3D printed thing. And again, nothing against 3D printing, but the art of doing this from scratch and painting it. And Howard, I really appreciate you showing us this.
Well, I sure appreciate you showing it.
Yep. And folks, if you want an O scale one, let us know. Now, it doesn't have to be, Howard and I have had this conversation on videos before. It doesn't have to be twice the size. It can be, you call it 150.
Now, all we need to build a structure for somebody is 3 things. We need the budget, a realistic budget.
Right.
We need the footprint, and we need how soon do they want it.
Right.
And then we can do anything.
Yep. Because, generally speaking, O is twice the size of HO, which would mean this building would be 30 inches long by 14 inches wide, but it can be shrank down, like you just said.
We can.
You can shrink it down a little bit in the length and still have the flavor of the building.
I can do that.
Well, thanks, Howard. I appreciate it.
Thank you.